Imagine a cold and windy place where at times the sun hardly shines and at other times of the year barely sets. It is a place with frozen ground where trees are not commonly found. The Arctic region is an area of many crucial wildlife features and is currently threatened due to an increasing nature of ocean acidification. As pollutants to the ocean's ecosystem are added over the course of many years, the acidity begins to rise. The cause of this environmental disaster being the addition of carbon dioxide emissions. Technology is advancing across the globe with more cars that produce the toxic gas and industrial machinery that increase the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The ocean absorbs about a quarter of the CO2 we release into the atmosphere every year, so as atmospheric CO2 levels increase, so do the levels in the ocean. When carbon dioxide enters the ocean, it combines with seawater to produce carbonic acid, which increases the acidity of the water, lowering its pH. Scientists have estimated the pH of seawater is now 30% more acidic than it was in the 18th century. There being many consequences to the increased abundance of ocean acidity. Marine creatures that need specific water conditions to survive being affected as the cold climate they are accustomed to increases in temperature from the atmospheric temperature rise from global warming. This could lead to a decline in species as the organisms may not be able to regulate their body temperatures. Glaciers also melting due to the climate change, leaving animals that depend on these structures for survival, such as walruses who cannot be in the water for prolonged periods of time, proving to affect the Antarctic food web by a decline in their population and causing a domino effect with a surplus of their nutrition source. Other effects of ocean acidification being the impacts on krill, a primary organism for nutrition of the Antarctic species such as seals, whales, and a variety of fish. Krill cannot produce offspring at a high rate with increased temperature, leading to a declined population, which could be an issue as the respiration in fish increases with the temperature, thus the increased respiration raising the organism's demand for food, which there is not enough supply of. The Antarctic food web also being possibly put at a dangerous risk from other fish in other regions of the world. As ocean acidification increases, temperatures will rise in the polar regions, which could possibly lead to a migration of warm water fish and cause competition for resources and food supply. So how can we stop ocean acidification and save the Antarctic food web? We can stop ocean acidification by cutting carbon pollution drastically and immediately. We are exerting a massive influence in the ocean with unpredictable and potentially catastrophic consequences if we continue to pollute. We as a community must raise awareness for this issue before it is too late. Small changes in daily life can make a big difference, reducing the use of plastic, recycling, conserving water, using less energy, and most importantly, driving less by means of carpooling or public transportation. Human actions have accelerated ocean acidification, but human actions can also slow down the process. There are many things we can do as an individual, community, or global level that will help reduce the effects of ocean acidification.